I thought about this theme for a couple weeks, and I had two topics in mind, and I decided on the one about parents. When I became a parent, I somehow thought magically I would know what I'm doing. Like, you would have a child, then all of a sudden an epiphany would happen, you'd be in the hospital, and great wisdom would fall into your lap. You'd suddenly have all these thoughts in your head where you knew what you were doing, and that didn't happen at all. I had also remembered that I was pretty sure my parents had done it completely wrong, and I was prepared for that to happen once again, that I was going to do it completely wrong. But I thought I had an advantage. So I come from a very large family, and in a large family, the older kids take care of the younger kids. And I had two younger sisters, and I had been taking care of them. I put them to bed every night. You know, my mother was done at the end of the day. You go put your sisters to bed. I would get them in their pajamas and do their teeth brushing and do the bathing and whatever. Sing them a song. They were great, say their prayers with them, whatever. Tell them that they're not dying. In our family, you say if your leg hurts, someone would say that happens 3 days before you die. So you spend a lot of time saying to your little sisters, no, he didn't really mean it. I'm serious. Your brother didn't mean it. So I thought I had this. And when I decided to have kids, which it really wasn't a decision, my mother told me, you were a girl, you were going to have kids, you'd get married, you have a family. Didn't work out the way she said, but I did think that it was my job. I was going to have a kid. Everything would be working, and it would be perfect. My first child was born premature, and nothing went as I expected. She was taken away to the hospital. They stole my child. Rice Krispie treat proves I have children. No clue, and my mother had not lived through that, but my sister had, and she came. I had, my second one had a severe asthma, in and out of the hospital a lot, and so every 3 months. And then when I was pregnant with my third one, which made me cry hysterically, they told me if it was a boy, he would also have the same, probably issues with the asthma and everything. And I just thought, nobody prepared me for any of this. I was back and forth to hospitals. I had a husband who did not participate, who didn't want to even be married. It was a disaster. And as I'm, the kids are getting older and I'm learning more, I took on 2 more kids. My parents died young. They were in their 60s. I was 27 when my dad died and 33 when my mom died. And all this time, I forgot that they were only human. But it became really clear and so obvious the day that I lost my cool for the very last time, called the last tantrum. It was when I changed my mind about how I thought about parenting. I had taken on 2 of my sister's kids, and one of them was over 10 years old when I took her. So, whatever you do with your children up until the age of 10, that's it. Everything is imprinted, it's permanent. You can't change most of the things you did before they were 10 years old. They're on their own. And here I am. She's been depressed. She's a teenager. Her parents are both dead. She's been raised by me, which I'm insane. I have a great husband now who loves the kids and is very rational, but so calm and so patient and so understanding. And I can't stand him. He said, they're in trouble. He says, let's go in the den and have a talk. And I'm thinking, beat the child, remove things, burn the shoes. I don't know. He's so calm. And let's figure out what's at the bottom of this. Let's get to the bottom of this. And she had run away, and a friend was hiding her, and it had been 3 weeks, and she was seeing people that she wasn't supposed to and putting things in her body she wasn't supposed to, and I was insane. All I lived on was the fear, and when she would come home, I would just panic. Like, is she going to disappear again? Am I going to lose her? And I had lost a brother and a sister. I'd lost parents by then. I was probably perimenopausal and probably crazy from that. But I had 4 teenagers at one time, and she was going to be the death of me. My sister left her to me for that very reason, because I'm sure my sister was getting revenge. And I had her pinned in the corner, and I said, if you want to leave this house, you'll leave with nothing. You take those clothes off. You don't take anything. You just give me those shoes. You leave this house like you came into the world. And I was screaming, and my poor husband was just backing up and backing up. And I said, why didn't you stop me afterwards? And he said, I was afraid. She ran out into the backyard, and I chased after her, and I tackled her, and she called the police, and the police came, and they said, oh, we're out. We're out. It was truly the last tantrum. And I remember all those times my parents went just ballistic, out of control. My dad would toss a kid across the room. My mother had threatened to put my sister in a group home because she couldn't take it anymore. And I thought they were awful. Turns out, they were only human. Yeah, thanks.